Welcome to first PU online classes. Yesterday we have discussed the Newton's third law and impulse. One small point is forgot in the impulse. Here that one see here. What is that point here? This is write down in the impulse concept. Now the area under force and time graph represents the area under force and time graph represents impulse. How? Listen here. How they can be represented the impulse? See here. Now, suppose we are drawing the graph between, you know that already we studied in the motion in a straight line. Now, when drawing the graph between, this is x-axis and this is the y-axis. Now, on the x-axis, I am taken as the time. On the y-axis, suppose I am taken as the acceleration. The area under this graph, suppose this is I have taken the area like this. This area under the graph represents what is the area under the graph represents here. Now this can be written as a area means here that is a x coordinate into y coordinate. This is a y coordinate is a acceleration, x coordinate is a time. Means that what is the we are taken on the x axis we can take here. What is taken on the y axis we can take here. Now the area. Now what is here area can be written as a here area is equal to simply length into breadth. Length means along the x-axis, breadth means along the y-axis. What is we are getting here? A is equal to T into A. T into A. Or A is equal to area is equal to A into T. A into T means what is here? Acceleration into time. Acceleration into time is represents here velocity or change in velocity. It is represents the velocity. Simply we are saying that. Now suppose here also say the area under force and time graph represents what is here impulse. Now this is the here we have taken the one graph like this. Now along the x-axis I have taken as a time. Along the y-axis I have taken as a force. Here time period here t1 and t2. Now the area under this graph. This is the area under the graph. This is a shaded point is represents the area under the graph. Now this represents the what? Now what is here? Area can be written as length into breadth or the component that is what is taken along the x-axis into what is taken along the y-axis. Now what is taken here? A is equal to T into F or this is another way we are writing A is equal to F into T. F into T represents what is here? F into T represents the impulse that can be written as a I. Means the area under the F and T graph represents what is here? Impulse. Impulse or impulsive force. This point is right down in the impulse. This is the last class. Here I left this point. Here now we can write down in the impulse concept at this point. Next, continuation of the Newton's third law of motion. Now, in the previous class that will be discussed here, to a reaction, here there is an equal and opposite reaction. Now, we have discussed in the previous class. Now, today we will discuss the law of conservation of linear momentum. Law of conservation of linear momentum. What is the law of conservation of linear momentum? We will discuss in the today class. Now, what is the statement of the law of conservation of linear momentum? First, I am writing as a statement. Now the total linear momentum of an isolated system of the total linear momentum of isolated system of interacting particles. Remains constant or conserved. Here, if there is no external force, acts on it, this is a here what is a statement of the law of conservation of linear momentum. The total linear momentum of isolated system. What is meaning by the isolated system? Isolated system is this is a system, and this system no external forces acting on it. Already are written. Here when no external forces are acting on the system, that system is called as a isolated system. In the isolated system, whatever interacting particles is there, that interacting particles linear momentum is totally what is here constant or conserved. That is called as a what is here law of conservation of linear momentum. Or simple way, we are defining this one another way also. Here, this is when two or more bodies are collide with each other. Now, when two or more bodies are collide with each other. When the two or more bodies collide with each other, the total momentum of the system. We are writing here the total momentum of the system. The total momentum of the system before collision is equal to total momentum of the system. Total momentum of the system before collision is equal to total momentum of the system after collision. This is a statement. When two or more bodies are collide with each other, the total momentum of the system before collision is equal to the total momentum of the system after collision. How? Suppose one system is containing two particles or two bodies. Here, one system is having the two bodies A and B is there. This is the two bodies is there. Here, there is the before collision the momentum we are taken as the PA, PB. Now total moment. The before collision the momentum of A body is taken as a PA, B body is taken as a PB. This is before collision. Now after collision I am taken as the momentum is taken as a PA dash, PB dash. This is the before collision. This is the after collision. Right, according to this statement, when two or more bodies are colliding with each other, the total momentum of the system before collision is equal to the total momentum of the system after collision. According to the statement, we are writing here PA plus PB is equal to the total momentum of the system before collision is equal to total momentum of the system after collision PA dash, PB dash. Here PA, PB are the which quantities here? Vector quantities. Momentum is the vector quantities. So PA bar plus PB bar is equal to PA dash bar plus PB dash bar. This is a what is here? Statement of the law of conservation of linear momentum. Right, once again see here. Now the total linear momentum of isolated system of interacting particles. Isolated system of interacting particles remains constant. Means the total linear momentum of isolated system of interacting particles means the isolated system is contained of what are the particles is there. That particles total momentum is constant. When constant, there is no external forces are acting on it. No external forces are acting on it. Nothing but which system here? Isolated system. Inside the isolated system, the total momentum of the particles remains a constant. This is one statement. Another statement is when two or more bodies are collide with each other. Both are collide with each other. Before collision, what is the total momentum is there? That is equal to the total momentum of the system. Which collision here? After collision. This is the we are writing here mathematical form. PA bar plus PB bar is equal to PA dash bar plus PB dash bar. Right. This is a statement we have studied for the law of conservation of linear momentum. Next, how? What is the proof of this one? We are very important for the board exam. This is for the 5 marks question for the board exam. Now, what is the proof? Listen here. If two bodies we are considered, A comma B are the two bodies. The two bodies here, their initial momentum. The two bodies initial momentum taken as the here first body A body's initial momentum is taken as PA bar comma B body initial momentum is taken as a PB bar. This is a PA bar comma PB bar. This is before collision. Here when the two bodies are collide with each other in a short interval of time. These two bodies A and B bodies are collide with each other in a short interval of time delta t. In the short interval of time delta t, here this is after collision their momenta taken as a here what is here PA dash bar comma PB dash bar. Right. Here both the particles are first of all initially they are moving with the momenta PA bar comma PB bar. Two bodies A comma B bodies. Here they are collide with each other and short interval of time. After collision they are moves with the momentum PA bar dash comma PB bar dash. Now we are taken as these two. Here what is here? These are called as before collision momentas. These are the after collision momentas. Now here from this now how we can prove the law of conservation of linear momentum. Now according to Newton's second law. According to Newton's second law, we are writing. According to Newton's second law, we know that here. First, here according to Newton's second law, generally we know that here F bar is equal to dP bar by dt. This is we are writing here dP bar by dt. Or another way we are writing here according to the Newton's second law, here F bar is equal to delta P bar by delta. Any one form we can write here. Now, this is I am writing from the Newton's second law. Now, here this is first of all I am taken as two bodies A and B bodies will be there. Yesterday we had discussed here. FAB is can be written as FAB bar is a force on A exerted by B. Or force on A body exerted by B body. Now this is meaning of that one. Now what is here? FBA bar. This is force on B exerted by A. Means force acting on a B body that is exerted by the which body here? A body. This is the FA bar and FB bar. We know that already we have discussed this one. Next, from this we are writing here F bar is equal to delta V bar by delta T, means from Newton's second law. Now I am writing here first of all here F A bar, F A B bar into delta T I am writing. F A B bar into delta T. This is multiply this one. From this we get here formula F bar into delta T is equal to delta V bar. Now F bar into delta T is equal to delta V bar. From this formula F A B bar into delta T. This is what is here. F A B bar means force on A exerted by B. F A B bar into delta T can be written as a, here what is the delta P bar, means change in the momentum of A body, because the force is acting on which body here? A body. So the change in the momentum of A body can be written as PA bar minus PA dash bar. Now this is change in the momentum of which body here? A body. Means this is the initial momentum, this is the final momentum. Change in the momentum, initial minus final or final minus initial, anyone we are getting the same value. Now here PA bar minus PA dash bar. Now similarly this is we are writing here FAB bar into delta T is equal to PA bar minus PA dash bar. Now this is given to the equation number 1. Similarly we are writing another equation here, FBA bar into delta T is equal to change in the momentum. Now this is force acting on a B body due to which body here? A body. Force on B exerted by A. So the change in the momentum of B body, because the force is acting on a which body here? B body. So what is I am writing here? PB bar minus PB dash bar. This is given to equation number 2. Now this is the equation 1 and equation 2. Here according to Newton's third law, yesterday we are discussing. According to Newton's third law, we know that here FAB bar is equal to minus F what is here? BA bar. Right. Now this is a FAB bar is equal to FBA bar. We know that here according to the Newton's third law. We know that here force on A exerted by B is equal to here force on B exerted by A, but both are in which direction? This is the action, this is the reaction. Both are in which direction? Opposite direction. That's the reason here minus sign we are taking here. Now this is given to equation number 3. Here multiplying delta T on both sides. For this equation I am multiplying with the delta T on both sides. Now there is no change in the value. Suppose my equation x square is equal to y is there. Suppose on both sides I am multiplying with 2x square is equal to 2y. Here there is no change in the value. Again to cancel we are getting x square is equal to y. Means multiplying with the same value on the both sides, there is no change in the value. That's the reason we are multiplying with the delta T on both sides. Now what is we are getting here? FAB bar into delta T is equal to, what is I am writing here? Minus of here FBA bar into delta T. We are writing. Now this is given to equation number 4. Now this is given to the equation number 4. We are writing here. From this now equation 1 and equation 2. Equation 1 and 2 substitute in the equation 4. Now what is I am writing here? Equation 1 and equation 2 substitute in equation 4 we get. Now FAB bar into delta T is equal to what we know that here from this equation 1 and substituting in equation 4 and equation 2 also substituting in equation 4. Now what is I am writing? FAB bar into delta T can be written as, now I am written as a PA bar minus PA dash bar is equal to here minus of, here minus is there. This is value is equal to f p bar into delta t is equal to pb bar minus pb dash bar. Here already here minus is there. As usual minus writing. Here f pa bar into delta t I am written as a here pb bar minus of pb dash bar. Now from this we are getting here pa bar minus pa dash bar is equal to now minus of pb bar plus minus into minus plus here pb bar dash. Now here this is a minus is there I am taking here plus, this is a minus is there here taking what is here plus. Now from this I am writing here pa bar plus pb bar is equal to what we are getting here, this is I am written as a pa dash bar plus pb dash bar. Now from this we are getting here this is pa bar plus pb bar is equal to pa bar dash plus pb bar dash. Now from this I am written as a this is a total momentum. This is a total momentum of system. Total momentum of system. Momentum of system before collision. Initially, here A particle is having the momentum Pa, B particle is having the momentum Pb. The total momentum before collision is Pa bar plus Pb bar is equal to total momentum of the system. Total momentum of the system after collision. Means from this we know that here the total momentum of the system before collision is equal to total momentum of the system after collision. What is the meaning of this one? The total momentum is what is here conserved. Suppose we can take here in this equation pa bar, pa dash bar minus pa bar also we are getting the same value. There is no change in the value. Suppose I consider that initial momentum is more, final momentum is small, so I am writing as a pa bar minus pa dash bar. Here suppose final momentum is more, pa dash minus pa bar. Here pb dash minus pb bar. We can take any type of, because that is a change. Change means initial minus final or final minus initial. There is change in the value. Here which large is there, that one take the first, which is the small is there, that one take the next. Now from this finally we are getting here the total momentum of the system before collision is equal to total momentum of the system after collision. Means that this is the we are called as what is a law of conservation of linear momentum. This is the proof of the law of conservation of linear momentum. Next to what are the examples or applications? Applications of here law of conservation of linear momentum. What is the first application? Now see here. Recoil of gun. Suppose when the bullet is fired from the gun. Here when the bullet is fired from the gun is moves in the backward direction. When the bullet is fired from the gun is moves in the forward direction. That direction is opposite to the direction of the motion of the bullet. Suppose bullet is moving in the forward direction, the gun will be moves in the backward direction. Here the gun will be moves in the backward direction. This is called as a recoil of gun. Means gun is coming in the backward direction with some velocity. That is called as a recoil of gun. Now suppose we are taken as the first of all the racket. First of all here this is the here recoil of the gun. First of all I have taken as the what is here the gun. The gun is having the gun is having the mass is a M2. Bullet is having the mass is M1. Here this is M1 is the mass of bullet. This is the mass of bullet. Now V1 is the velocity of bullet. Now M2 is the mass of gun. Now V2 is the velocity of gun. Now initially bullet and gun both are at the which position here? Rest position before firing. Here before firing both are at the rest position means the total momentum is 0. Before firing of the gun the total momentum is 0. After firing the bullet is moves with velocity v1. The gun is moves with velocity v2. This is the v1 is the velocity of bullet and v2 is the velocity of gun. Here after firing, before firing they are both are at the rest position only. Rest position means momentum is 0. Why momentum is 0? Here first of all the mass of the bullet is what is the m1. It is at the rest position means m1 into 0. Velocity 0. Momentum can be written as mass into velocity. Mass into velocity means m1 into 0 I am writing. Plus m2 into 0. Why m2 into 0? Because of mass of m2 is the mass of the gun. Gun also rest position. So rest position means velocity 0. Momentum means m2 into 0. Momentum is equal to mass into velocity. Here both are at the rest position means their velocities. Initially their velocity is considered as the 0. Now this is the before firing. After firing their velocity is v1 and v2. Velocity of the bullet after firing. Velocity of the gun after firing. So after firing their momentum will be written as m1 into v1. This is the momentum of the bullet after firing. Here m2 v2. This is the momentum of the gun after firing. Now from this we are writing here this is what is here 0 plus 0 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Now from this we are writing here m1 v1 plus m2 v2 equal to 0. From this we are getting here m2 v2 is equal to minus m1 v1. We are taking this side, here plus is there, we are taking minus. Now v2 is equal to minus m1 v1 by m2. This is the v2 is called as velocity of gun. Here velocity of gun after firing of the bullet, the velocity of the gun that is taken as a v2, that is minus m1 v1 by m2. What is here negative sign indicates? Negative sign indicates that the bullet moving in the forward direction, the gun is moving in the backward direction. Means the motion of the gun is always opposite to the motion of the bullet. Now that's the reason v2 is equal to minus m1 v1 by m2. The negative sign indicates that the motion of the gun is always opposite to the motion of the bullet. Now here this is a negative sign indicates here. v2 is called as v2 is given by the one name. That name is called as here v2 is called as that v2 here we are getting minus m1 v1 by m2. This is given as a name here recoil velocity. What is meaning by the recoil velocity? The velocity with the gun moves in the backward direction. The velocity with which the gun moves in the backward direction means how much velocity the gun moves in the backward direction. That is called as a recoil velocity. That is called as recoil velocity here. Now recoil velocity means the velocity with which the gun moves in the backward direction. That is called as what is the recoil velocity of the gun. This is the first application of the what is here law of conservation of linear momentum. Next we will discuss the second application. What is here? Explosion of bomb into two pieces. Explosion of bomb into two pieces. Suppose the initially bomb at the rest position. Here, when the explosion takes place, the bomb is dividing. It is dividing into. It becomes to be how many pieces here? Two pieces. Now, initially, the bomb is having the mass m ion oxide. Now, they are after the explosion, the bomb is becomes to be two pieces. One is having the mass in m1, another one is having the mass is m2. Now, this is here after the explosion, this is moves with velocity v1, this is moves with velocity v2. Here, when dividing into two pieces, here both are getting the velocities. Here, that is the one is having the moment, one is having the velocity is v1, another one is having the velocity is v2. Here, initially the bomb at the rest position means velocity is what is here? 0. Means according to the law of conservation of linear momentum, the total momentum before expulsion is equal to the total momentum after expulsion. Now the total momentum before expulsion can be written as m into 0. Here the total momentum. Momentum means mass into velocity. The bomb is at the rest position before expulsion. After expulsion, it is dividing into two pieces. Dividing into two pieces means the momentum can be written as m1 v1 plus m2 v2. That is the momentum can be written as mass into velocity. Here mass into velocity. Here what is the m into 0? 0 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. From this I am writing as a m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to 0. So what is I am writing here? m1 v1 is equal to minus m2 v2. What is the meaning of this one? Here, this meaning is that here after the expulsion, these two pieces are moves in the opposite direction. Here negative sign indicates that both are moves in the opposite direction. Suppose we have taken in the this is the m1. Here this is moving in this direction means this is m2 is a it is moving in this direction. Both are moving in the opposite direction after expulsion of bomb into how many pieces here? Two pieces. Means both the pieces are moves in the which direction here? Opposite direction. Why moves in the opposite direction means we are getting here which sign here? Negative sign. This is a here second application of law of conservation of linear momentum. Next, third application is we generally know that in the we observe in the daily life rocket launch. Here we can see the third application, that is a rocket launching. Right, rocket launching. What is a rocket launching here? Rocket launching means now here this is the first of all inside the rocket. Suppose I am taken as a rocket here. This is we assume that rocket here. Now inside the rocket there is fuel is there. Here when the fuel is burns inside the rocket, here the rocket is having some fuel. When the fuel is burns in the rocket, some gases are released. That gases are coming through the small nozzle or a small hole is there. Through the some nozzle, the gases are coming in the backward direction. These gases are called as exhaust gases. The gases which are coming outside from the gases are which are coming outside from the rocket, that gases are called as exhaust gases. Why the gases are coming outside the rocket means when the inside the rocket which is burns here, fuel is burns. Once the rocket is started, the fuel in the rocket is burns, the gases are released in the backward direction. Now these backward, the gases are coming in the backward direction. This is having the large backward movement. Why they are having a large backward momentum? Because they are coming with the large velocity or large speed. Means they are coming with the high speed. When it is coming with the high speed, means that is the speed is large, means momentum also large. This is having the large backward momentum. When it is having a large backward momentum, this impulse means this gives the what is here? Here large forward momentum. According to the law of conservation of linear momentum, this here exhaust gases is having the large backward momentum that imparts the large forward momentum to the rocket. Means they are giving the large forward momentum to the rocket. Means large forward momentum is given to the rocket, means the momentum is given, means velocity is increasing. Velocity is increasing means that's the reason the rocket moves in the forward direction. Here the velocity, who is given to the velocity to the rocket, who is given the velocity to the rocket means exhaust gases. The exhaust gases is having the large backward momentum. Here large backward momentum, that momentum is given to the here what is the rocket in the which direction? Here forward direction. So that is the reason rocket moves in the forward direction. This is totally based on the law of conservation of linear momentum. Means that whatever the momentum they are getting the exhaust gases, that momentum is given to the rocket. So rocket is moves in the which direction? Here forward direction. This is a third application of what is here law of conservation of momentum. That is third application is what is here rocket launching. Right. This is a total concept of law of conservation of linear momentum. Okay, thank you.
ಏನು ಮಾರ
ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ.